Hey YouTube, this is Poji Force, and we have ourselves today our very first Card of the Week video. That's my bird up there. He enjoys this game. I don't know. Anyway, so here's how it's going to go. This is my first time doing a Card of the Week. Even on the old channel back during Duel Masters, I never did a Card of the Week. But I figured it'd be something fun to do now. There's a lot of really good cards that came out in Evil Fury that I'd love to talk about. So, how this is going to go is I'm going to show you the card. I'm going to tell you everything about the card, and then I'm going to go into why it's good. I'm going to show you cards that combo well with it, and cards that counter it if your opponent is playing it, or something like that. So, here we go. Let's get this started. Alright, so what we have here, our feature card of the week is Bronze Arm Sabretooth. He is a 4-mana Beast Folk evolution. So he goes on top of one of your other Beast Folk. As an evolution, he has no summoning sickness. He is a Devil Breaker. He has 7,000 power, and what makes him so good to me is his ability called One with Nature. So if he is ever banished from the field, he and all cards underneath him are instead sent to the mana zone. It's great for mana acceleration. So if he goes out there, turn 4, your opponent has an answer to him on turn 4, turn 5. By the time you hit turn 6, you're already at 7 or 8 mana. So he helps you really speed up your deck a lot here. Now what makes Bronze Arm Sabretooth so good is his combos. He's got a lot of things that he combos well with. In this case, Prickleback, which also released in this set, it is a 1-mana Beast Folk. Meaning that with Bronze Arm Sabretooth, you play this, then you play this on top of him. If he ever gets bounced 5 mana, you can replay it just like that. Easy peasy. Prickleback's really cheap. He's at 2,000 power, so at 1 mana he'll swing over rush cards like Blaze Belcher, things like that. He's just a really good Evo bait for Bronze Arm Sabretooth. And another card that we've already had that's also great Evo bait for Bronze Arm Sabretooth is Razorhide. 3-mana Beast Folk. Gives you that mana ramp. 3rd turn you drop Razorhide. 4th turn you drop Sabretooth. He can accelerate your mana in a different way that Bronze Arm Sabretooth can, so they just work really nicely together. And as I mentioned before, he gives you a lot of mana when he goes down. You throw him out there, turn 4, get real aggressive with him, make your opponent have to contend with him, whether they play a kill spell or they somehow manage to swing over him. As soon as he dies, he gives you 2 mana, and at least in my particular build, I find that a card that works really well with him is Bulltail Dragon. Bulltail Dragon is at 8 mana. He's a 7,000 power double breaking fast attacker. So he comes out, he's 7,000 power, he swings immediately. Kind of like Bronze Arm Sabretooth, but 4 mana more expensive. So it's like having twice the number of 7,000 power beat sticks. You run 3 of this, 3 of this. This guy dies, you're up to like 6, 7 mana. Play just 1 more mana. By turn 6, you've got Bulltail out there doing work, keeping the pressure on. Now, before I reveal this last card over here, we got to go into what counters Bronze Arm Sabretooth. Now, the problem with him being at 4 mana is that he's hit by like all the removal. Ice Blades, things like that. But the big 2 are probably Return to the Soil and Bone Blades. These have always been really popular cards, but they get extra utility with all these new evolutions. Most of them are 4 mana or less. So these 2 cards here, especially considering his ability, it doesn't really matter which you use. The end effect is going to be the same. Gets Bronze Arm Sabretooth off the field and into your mana zone, which may not necessarily be a bad thing if you need more mana, but if you're really relying on Sabretooth to put in more work other than just buffing your mana zone, these 2 cards can cause you a lot of trouble. The biggest counter to Bronze Arm Sabretooth is Scared Orbital of Gloomhollow. Scared Orbital of Gloomhollow is a 3-mana Chimera blocker, and his ability states, when this creature is battling a creature that is level 4 or less, neither creature can be banished. That means if Bronze Arm Sabretooth is out there swinging, Squeaky will just block him all day and won't care. Squeaky just laughs at Sabretooth. Sabretooth cannot swing over Squeaky, cannot kill Squeaky. The only way to get rid of it is with the other card that combos well with Bronze Arm Sabretooth just for getting rid of Squeaky, and that is Comet Missile. Now, Comet Missile is a very basic card. You've probably seen it. It's in like, this one's in Dojo Edition. I'm sure it's been released in other sets. If not, don't quote me on that. But you know, it's a 2-mana fire spell. If you're playing fire for Bulltail anyway, you might as well play 2 or 3 Comet Missile, because at 2 mana it can easily get rid of any blocker, so it can kill Squeaky. That's the most important thing, because if your opponent's playing Dark and they're playing the new Hydra Medusa, they are probably playing this Squeaky. So if you're running Bronze Arm Sabretooth, and I don't see why you wouldn't in Nature, because he's a monster, you probably want to play Fire with a little backup in case the Squeaky comes out. So that's Bronze Arm Sabretooth. Big powerhouse creature. He's got a lot of removal, but if it's not forthcoming, he can put in a lot of work. And then when he dies, he sets you up for other things. So, yeah, that's today's card of the week. This is Saturday, not December. I'm ahead of myself. November, what date is it?
24th.
November 24th. I got Amber and Nick here being my backup. So that is our first card of the week. I hope to be doing this every Saturday. Similar format, show you the feature cards, show you cards that combo with it, and cards that can counter it. So this should be a learning experience for you. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, favorite, share, tweet. You know, make sure people see this. I would love to be able to like really help people out with their strategies. I feel like that this is something that could really go somewhere. What's so funny, guys? What's so funny?
Me.
You're funny. Okay. All right. So that's it. Later, YouTube.